Well, good morning. Welcome to the Agape Center for Spiritual Living. What a joy it is to be with you here today on Mother's Day. And so I want you to know that we're not streaming this live. There was a technical issue this morning. So when I'm done filming this, I'll post this on Facebook so that you can watch it at your leisure today. So as you're watching it, I would highly ask that you take the time to write down the city, state where you're living in, or if you're not in the United States, put down the city and the country. I would also ask you, hey, let's do a tribute to the mothers out there. Why don't you type in your mother's first name? Honor her with that today. So go ahead, put that stuff in there. Say hi to everybody because they're all going to watch this at some point in time. Last week we had over 1,400 people watch this live video. So know that you're going to be touching a lot of people. You want to see their names. Get your name out there. Let them know you're there. And I want to ask you, when you're done, please support us by sharing this video on Facebook. Let more and more people hear this message. And so, with that, I'm going to slow us down just a little bit. I'm going to ask you to sit, to be still, to close your eyes, and focus your attention on my voice. And as you focus your attention on my voice, concentrate on the simple act of breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, breathing in and breathing out. As thoughts come into your mind, observe them and let them go. And realize right here and now, with your eyes closed, focus on your breath, that your body begins to come and disappear from your mind. So you don't have a body. Your body's not there right now. It's off to the side, it's fine. Now, without attachment to your thoughts, realize that your mind is now off to the side. Now ask the question, who is observing? Who is this point of consciousness that observing, that experiences the body, that experiences the mind? What does it feel like? What does it look like? Does it have a feeling? Does it look like anything? It doesn't matter what you find. There's no right answer here. The idea is to be still, to know that you have a body and that you have a mind, and you are so much more than your mind and your body. And let that which is breathing you, that consciousness, take a deep breath in and let it out. Another deep breath in and let it out. And one more deep breath in and feel the perfect connection to the infinite nature of life that you are, you have been, and you always will be. And now I invite you to bring your attention back to your body, to bring your attention back to this time and place, to breathe, to move your fingers now, your toes, and when you're ready, gently open your eyes, coming back to this time and to this place. Welcome back. This morning, I took a picture, one of my favorite pictures of my mother, and I posted it on Facebook just to celebrate Mother's Day. But as I sat there and I looked at that picture, and I remembered my mother, and I remembered my mother's body, I remembered my mother's mind, I remember how my mother talked. And yet now, it's now 9 years later, my mother made her transition out of this planet, out of this body, out of this mind. And I asked the question, who was my mother? Was she just this body? Was she just the mind that I know? Who was she? Was she so much more? Then I reflected back to being in India in 2016. And I can remember being with a guru there, and he was asking me the question, who are you? What is life? And I would give him all these answers. And so today what I thought I would do is, I thought I would explore the answer to life's ultimate question. And that question is, who am I? The thing that we always do when we do that is we talk about, hi, I'm Lee. Well, wait a second. Lee is a label. Oh, I'm a minister. Oh, that's a label. Oh, I'm married. That's a label. I'm a father. That's a label. I'm a grandfather. That's a label. All of those things have nothing to do with the grandiose, who am I? Those are things that I do. And so when I go into that idea and I say, who am I? Then I've got to go and I've got to say, so what's your proof? What proof do you have that you are what you say you are? And what proof do you have that you are something that's not a label, that's not a belief, that's not a concept? So we'll start here. Are we our body? That's a great place to start because we all have one. At least the people who are going to be listening to this have a body, or the people we think are listening to this. There could be aliens. There could be people in another dimension listening for all I know. I don't know. So what is our body? Here's what I've come up with so far. Our body is molded energy because that's all we are. We are energy expressing. So it's molded energy, molded in the image that you see in front of you. Our body is our universe. This is a universe. It's got 50 to 100 trillion cells in it. It is a universe, this body temple. It's the vessel that we use to experience life. That's our body. You know, it's molded energy. It's a vessel. It's our universe. But is that who I am? Or do I have a body? What happens when my body dies? If I'm not my body, then I just go away. But there's more to that in that. At least I believe there's more to that in that. So let's go a little bit further. Let's go, are we our minds? Is our mind the thing that we are? So what is our mind? Our mind is basically energy. Because what are thoughts? Thoughts are simply energy expressions. What are groups of thoughts? Energy expressions. What does the mind have? The mind has memories. It stores the things that have happened to us in the past. Our mind is what? It's that which analyzes. I call it the analyzer. It's also the judge. It's that which discerns what is right for us at this time based on thoughts, memories, the analyzation that's happening with this. And based on all that, the mind takes all of this, creates a belief structure, and this belief structure is then created in our experience. But is the mind creating that? If we get rid of the body, and the mind, then what is left? The best that I've come up with is it's that which is within us that observes. It is the witness. It is that which the mind transmits and it sees through. And you know, when you think about it, and you go back to the reflection of meditation, meditation is always about becoming the observer. To sit and observe what is happening in the body, to observe what is happening in the mind, and to really detach from that. So this observer is the mind, or is possibly who I am. But what is this observer? Here's the best answer I've got. I don't know. I truly don't know. So when it comes to the question of who am I don't know who I am. I can describe the experiences I've had. I can describe what I'm doing in this life right now. But to be able to describe and know who I am, I don't have words for that because I don't know that there are words that can describe it. I find that the deeper I go into meditation, the more I'm able to experience gaps between my thoughts. And the more I go into meditation, the wider the gaps become. Now, the key thing is that when I'm in the gap between my thoughts, I don't know I'm there. But I know there are gaps because I go into meditation and I get into the stillness and I release the mind. I release my attachment to the body. And then I find there's nothing. And I don't know that I'm even in that deep state until I'm out of it and I don't know how to describe where I've been. But I know I've been somewhere and I know I feel different as a result of being there. See, I'm coming to understand, for me, that it is in the gaps that my true self exists. And because there's nothing in the gaps, nothing, no thing, nothing, no mind, I can't describe what is there. I have no idea to describe it. This is the best I've got. This is the best I come up with, and I've been praying and meditating about this all week. I've come to realize that I don't know who I am. I just know that I am. That's all I know. I am. What that is, it's beyond me. But I know that whatever I put after I am becomes a label, becomes a thought, becomes an experience. But that I am is not changed. The best example I can give you of this is that let's assume that the body is the waves on the ocean. Okay? The waves on the ocean. And let's assume that the mind is the wind. And as the wind hits the ocean, it causes the waves to be bigger or smaller or whatever. But the I am is the depths of the ocean, where there is no movement. There is no experience. It's just perfectly still. So if you're a boat and you're on top of the ocean, the waves and the wind are going to have an impact on you. But if you leave the boat and you dive down into the ocean, let's say you've got a scuba tank down and you dive down into the ocean, all of the experience that exists on the top of the water, it's gone. In fact, you're in a perfect state of peace. So what I see life as, the I am as, it's that which I'm in the ocean and I've lost touch with everything else. I feel supported, balanced. I feel absolutely magnificent. That aspect of me is the I am. And the I am can choose to leave the ocean and come back to the surface, get in the boat, and experience the wind, what the mind wants to create. So I come back to where I started. Who am I? I don't know, other than I am. So go within with me now. Close your eyes and just know that there is an infinite I am. And because it is infinite, there's nothing other than it. Therefore, the I am that I am can be nothing but a macrocosm of the microcosm. And I know the I am that I am is when I let go of my body, I let go of my mind, and I settle into the stillness and the allness of the infinite nature that exists everywhere, all the time, right here, right now. This now. This is where the I am exists, and this is where Lee and you, as microcosms of the macrocosm, exist. Our little I am. But our little I am is still infinite. It is here that we recharge, that we reconnect with life itself, that the beauty of life expresses itself through us, that we connect with each other, that we embrace and we embody this thing called life. Today, in this connection, we go forth. We go forth to know that the divine wisdom that creates all things is with us, that we never die, that we are eternal in this eternal now. And we go forth free of the past, free of the limitations of the body, to express and to experience this playground we call life. I bless it, and I'm so grateful for it, for me, for you, for the entire world. And so I let it be, because I know it is done, because it's placed into the infinite mind, and the infinite mind always says yes. And I affirm it with you now as we say it together. And so it is. Amen. Well, today, I'm going to ask you, if you felt there was value here, I would ask you to support this message. Support our mission of bringing this message of self-love through conscious living to the world. You'll see that on the thing there'll be a number called Text to Give. I would highly ask you to give, but only give if you're doing it joyfully. Only give if you understand that the law of giving and receiving is always working. Give whatever you can, and whatever you can, give in joy. And whatever you give, know that we, the Agape community that is forever and ever expanding, is grateful to you. So today, you're going to have just a few moments. If you want to do my values workshop, I'm going to be starting at 12:30 today, Sunday. It's going to go for 2 hours. But if you want it, you got to sign up online at agapecsl.com. Go to the events section, find the values workshop, and sign up, because I'm going to have that forwarded to me. I'm going to have to do that, and I'm going to have to be able to get you some information real fast. So I invite you, if you really want to know the hierarchy of your values, this is the single best workshop I do, and you want to give yourself that gift today, get to agapecsl.com, sign up right now, and join me this afternoon. I want you to know that if you like this message, do me the biggest favor you can. Share it. A lot of people like to put likes and hearts and all of that. Those are wonderful. Give me 1,000 of those. But give me one big share. Because when you share, what you're saying to the world is, let this message go out and let others be stimulated to analyze, to see life a little bit differently. So we've got an exciting week ahead at Agape. Meditation every morning at 7 a.m. Facebook Lives 5 days a week, 8 a.m. All sorts of other things. You want to know more about it? AgapeCSL.com. Go to the calendar. Everything is there. So all you mothers out there, bless you. May you have the best day ever, and may your heart be filled with love. Because to just be a mother, no matter where you are in the motherly role, you are love personified. You gave the gift of life. So know that you are loved, know that you are worthy, and I look forward to seeing you sometime in the ethers or next Sunday, 10:30. Until then, have a great day. Aloha.